Hello, dear students. Today we are going to start with chapter 10, Displacing Indigenous Peoples. So, first of all, when we start up the chapter, we have to understand the term imperialism or colonialism. So, what happened in the American empires of Spain and Portugal, they did not expand after the 17th century. But from that time, other countries, for example, like France, Holland, and England, they began to extend their trading activities to establish their colonies, basically in America, Africa, and Asia. When I talk about England, I think it is very clear and very much, known to us because England was one of the company, along with France, Dutch and Portuguese, they came to India to establish their colonies. And right from our childhood, we have been learning about the colonialism. Now, to understand better, let us understand what is the term imperialism mean. So, the term imperialism means the practice of extending the power, control or rule by a country over the political and economic life of areas outside its own boundary. That means when a country goes outside its own boundaries and tries to establish political power, first of all, by establishing an economical relationship, that is known as imperialism. If I try to explain the term in a simpler manner, it can be said in this way that when a country establishes trading relationship with some other country, and with the term of trading, when they try to establish a political order, that is known as imperialism. Now this may be done by direct rule over the country, like what has happened in India, or indirect control of the people, for like later on we will be learning about China. Or it can also happen through settlements, for example by British in Ireland, New Zealand and in Australia, and the Europeans, what they have done in America. So two types, direct, indirect and through settlements. The essential feature of imperialism is thus exploitation. The imperialist power subordinates the colony or the country which it controls indirectly to serve its own economic and political interest. And because of this, there were a lot of exploitations which happened. Now, what can be the factors which helped in the growth of imperialism basically in the 19th century? First of all, there were demands created by the Industrial Revolution, which we have learned in the previous chapter, that the Industrial Revolution resulted in a very great increase in production of goods through capitalist mode of production. Now, under capitalism, maximum profit was the primary purpose. So, industrialization created demands for new markets for finished goods and need for new sources of raw materials to feed the industries. Here, I would like to give you an example of India and England relationship. Now, England came to India for trading purpose, and there in England there was industrial revolution and many factories were built up which were producing huge amount of clothes. Now the raw material for these clothes, there was a demand, and the demand was easily fulfilled by India because India was producing cotton. Now, when they took this cotton and when they produced, materials out of this cotton, after using it in their own country, the leftovers or the surplus product, they were in need of a market to sold it out. So that is why they established different colonies. Basically, we are talking about taking the example of India. So they established, the Indian markets got flooded up with these foreign goods, and they forcefully wanted Indians to buy only the machine-made products. Then the second reason can be the changes in transport and communication that came with industrial revolution. Because there was changes in the steam power, the coal and all, so what happened? The transportation became easier, and because of the transportation becoming easier, it made the spread of imperialism easier. For example, like steam ships could carry goods between home countries in Europe and the acquired territories in Asia, also Africa, which was much faster. Then there were railroads that imperialist powers built, like in India also, if you can recall, in 1853 there was a transportation of railways also built up in inland, as well as there were waterways. This could get raw materials out of the interior of the continents and send manufactured products into new markets. Then another reason could be the extreme nationalism was yet another factor, because in the 19th century the nationalism came to be associated and colonies were seen as sign of power and prestige. So the countries which has got more colonies could establish themselves. Like you can recall the fight or the battles or the wars which happened between the Dutch or the Portuguese or France or the England people. That was only because of establishing more colonies so that they can prove themselves more powerful and prestigious. And in the minds of many Europeans, imperialism was seen as a way of bringing civilization to the backward people of the world. So, who were backward? So, the European countries, they gave us a stigma. They quoted us, like us means the people of America, Asia and Africa, as backward people, as uncivilized people, and they thought that imperialism will be bringing up civilization to these kind of people. Then there were Christian missionaries who dedicated to spreading Christianity. That also played their part in promoting the idea of imperialism. Like very often they were followed by profiteering traders and soldiers, so that they can go outside their country and spread up Christianity. Many wars were fought to protect these missionaries. And then the last reason can be there were explorers and adventurers also helped in spreading imperialism. Suppose someone who came out from the European country, and instead of America they visited India, and that was out of an adventure, and that also established imperialism. They went into unknown or little known territories and brought back reports. Brought back from where? From those territories to European countries that often indicated opportunities for trade. And like the people who went back from India saw much hope in trading because like of the spices and the jute and the cotton, so much of raw material which was available. They took this news and they got back to their own country saying that there are a lot of hope of trading developments with these countries. For example, even if you can talk about Africa. So keeping all these things in mind, imperialism was established by the European countries because of the industrial revolution which happened, because of the Christian missionaries which wanted to spread up, because of the changes in transport and communication, and then these the countries like Asia and the countries in America or in Africa, they were overruled, overpowered by setting up colonies by the countries of Europe. So this is what we are going to talk about in details in the next classes. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.